Who are we talking to next?
I kind of want to take Emily because she's calling in to tie in very directly to what you talked about. And I think it would be nice to have a little bit of continuity there. Emily, welcome to the show.
Hi. So speaking of people that you got to know over the weekend.
Hi,
Absolutely.
Emily.
Hello. Nice to hear from you.
Yes. So, yeah. So Eric, you had mentioned about the family member who unfortunately passed away. And I kind of want to talk about my own experience because, I grew up just my mother and I, and she was totally into all of the government is trying to hide the true cures kind of stuff. And I had been struggling with migraines forever. Fortunately, I've since gotten that mostly resolved.
Good.
But at the time, one of the things that we had to try was colonics. And so we went to a friend of hers who did colonics, and and I followed all the advice, and that was I had to drink nothing but kefir for a while, and that was my food. I could eat a little bit of food, but mostly I could I was very restrictive. So I don't know if you're familiar with kefir, but it's basically
Kefir milk.
Yeah. And so from that, I got really sick.
Yeah.
And I was told that's a sign that it's working. So keep going.
Oh, gosh.
So Emily, I heard the exact same thing with, I believe it was a little bit of maple syrup and lemon juice.
Yeah.
Yes,
And then there was
that.
There was like the boil cabbage in water and then sell the water deal.
Oh, wasn't that Jilly Juice?
Yeah, Jilly Juice.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I haven't tried that one.
Don't.
Don't do it.
No. Oh no, I'm done with that.
Oh gosh. Yeah. If you don't want to eat for the rest of the day, look up Jilly Juice and waterfalls. It's real bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Let's move on. Emily, you got stuck drinking kefir milk and it didn't help, and it actually made you sick. And they said that it was making you better. Yeah.
And it was weird.
Oh, go ahead.
Just being sick all the time was, just like, why am I putting myself through this? And eventually, since it didn't work, I stopped and tried to find other things, chiropractic and all kinds of stuff. Ultimately, it turned out I have slightly elevated blood pressure, where a lot of people, the doctors would tell them it's within the range of normal. But once we tried bringing that down, that pretty much resolved the issue.
Oh my God.
I get them, but they're much less frequent, much less severe.
Oh my goodness.
So like a basic blood thinner?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is insane. Yeah, Emily, I've got to tell you, one of the things that my family member bought, I've been told not to give extra details about who they are in particular. I upset some family members last time about that. But they bought this $5,000 or $7,000 machine, and they said all you got to do is put a picture of yourself or like a lock of hair, and it will analyze the picture or the hair, find the DNA or whatever it's going to do, and it's going to emit healing waves to restore balance to your organs and things like that. And they bought it and they used it, and I remember asking, hey, okay, how am I going to get to them? Okay, cool. How about this? So are your needs different than mine? Because if that's the case, I can't go to your house, can I? Because your healing waves might hurt me. Is that right? Well, no. It just works for me. Oh, okay. Do you have to be in the same room with it? Like, what's the maximum range on this device? Oh, you could actually just leave it at home and go to work, and it'll still send out these healing waves.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, so could I just say that I have a machine and I put your picture in and then just charge people to send healing waves out from Texas? And they didn't like the questions. They shut it down. But the fact is that they viewed the people who were telling them this nonsense as a bigger authority on medicine and how to take care of themselves than in actually talking about it. And it was atrocious. Emily, I'm sorry that you had to suffer for as long as you did.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I'm on this side of it now.
Yeah.
And I can just see all that. But it's interesting how all of that ties in because, this just growing up, we believed in, aliens visiting Earth and, abducting people. And we believed in, you know, uh, you name it. If there was a conspiracy about it, sure. Government's hiding everything. And so it's just this huge crossover. And it's amazing to step outside of it and just take a minute and go, what would it take to keep all of this a secret?
No, exactly. That is the downfall of 99% of conspiracy theories is just like, have you tried telling 5 people a secret that doesn't have very large implications at all? Like, it gets out within a week. There is no way that the kind of conspiracies that are posited would actually be able to be covered up with this amount of success. Emily, we're going to have to move on to the next call, but thank you for sharing your story. And we're really glad that you're feeling better and that you found something that actually is scientific and works for you.
And that we got to meet you.
Yeah. I'm really glad about that. So, all right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay. So every once in a while we get a really, really good live chat that I just have to bring up. And it was tumbrils and drum beats, I believe. They did not take my advice. They Googled Jilly Juice and waterfalls. And they're saying, don't do it. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Tumbrils and drum beats, I agree. Stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going next?
Not there.